Stealth technology is useless if your multi-billion-dollar runway is a smoking crater. While the world chases high-maintenance fighters, Ukraine's survival depends on the Gripen C's ability to turn any backcountry highway into a lethal airbase. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a masterclass in a rugged, low-footprint warfare that stealth jets simply can't survive. Picture a fighter jet being serviced by a mobile crew on a remote road, hidden from satellite eyes. We're stripping the Gripen to its bones to show you why Sweden's tactical doctrine is the ultimate antidote to persistent aerial threats. In a war of attrition, logistics is the weapon, and this airframe is built to win the grit game. How does a smaller air force survive against a technologically superior giant? The secret lies in contested logistics and the Gripen's unique ability to vanish into the landscape. We're diving deep into why this specific upgrade is the essential lifeline for Ukraine, proving that simplicity and survivability beat complex sophistication every single time. Stealth technology means very little if the runway beneath your aircraft has already been turned into a smoking crater. Modern air warfare is becoming brutally transparent. Satellites, drones, long-range missiles, electronic intelligence, and persistent surveillance can expose fixed airbases before aircraft even get the chance to launch. In a high-intensity war, a giant concrete runway is no longer just an asset. It can become a giant target. And that is exactly why Sweden's Gripen C deserves a completely different kind of attention. This fighter was not designed around the assumption that it would always operate from a protected, perfectly maintained airbase. It was designed for a much harsher reality. Scattered operations, short road bases, small maintenance teams, rapid turnaround, and constant relocation. So how does a smaller air force survive against a technologically superior opponent that can watch, track, and strike almost continuously? The answer may be hidden in Sweden's highway-based doctrine. Imagine a Gripen descending toward an ordinary stretch of road somewhere far from a major military installation. There are no giant hardened shelters, no enormous maintenance hangars, and no sprawling support complex. The aircraft lands, a small mobile team moves in, fuel arrives, weapons are prepared, basic servicing is completed, and before enemy intelligence can confidently identify the location, the fighter and its support team can relocate again. That is the strategic logic behind ruggedness.
Traditional combat aviation often depends on an enormous logistical ecosystem: specialized technicians, dedicated workshops, complex ground equipment, large fuel infrastructure, secure communications, spare parts warehouses, and long-prepared runways all have to work together. Destroy enough pieces of that system, and even an advanced fighter can become operationally irrelevant. The Gripen was built around a different philosophy. Instead of concentrating everything into a few highly sophisticated bases, Sweden developed the aircraft to operate from dispersed locations, including relatively short stretches of roadway. That means the battlefield problem for an attacker becomes far more complicated. You are no longer hunting only aircraft. You are hunting aircraft that can move between temporary operating locations. You are hunting fuel trucks, mobile command posts, small maintenance teams, weapons vehicles, and road segments that may be active for only a short period before being abandoned. This decentralization is especially important in a battlefield environment where long-range precision weapons can reach deep behind the front. The Gripen C's physical simplicity becomes an advantage here because it was designed with easy access to key systems, relatively straightforward servicing requirements, and the ability to be maintained by a small team under austere conditions. One of the most famous examples is its engine change concept. Gripen maintenance doctrine has long emphasized rapid replacement of major components, with an engine swab potentially performed in roughly an hour under suitable conditions. That matters enormously during a war of attrition. An aircraft sitting on the ground waiting for a complex repair is not generating combat power. An aircraft that can quickly receive a replacement engine, move to another location, and return to operations is much harder to suppress over the long term.
And there is another important element: personnel. Sweden designed its dispersed airbase system around a combination of highly trained specialists and personnel who did not necessarily require years of narrow technical specialization for every task. That philosophy reduces the manpower burden. For Ukraine, where aviation personnel, technicians, infrastructure, and logistics could all remain under constant pressure, such a model could have enormous value. Because sortie generation is not only about how advanced the aircraft is, it is about how often you can safely launch it, how quickly you can refuel it, how quickly you can rearm it, how quickly you can repair it, and how quickly you can disappear before the enemy finds the operating location. But ruggedness alone would not be enough in 2026. That is where upgrades to the Gripen C become critical. Modernized radar capability, improved electronic warfare systems, secure data links, upgraded weapons integration, and connectivity with Western surveillance and command networks can allow an older airframe to participate in a far more modern battle space. The real strength is not necessarily turning the Gripen C into the most advanced fighter in existence. The strength is giving it enough modern capability while preserving the characteristics that already make it valuable: affordability, maintainability, dispersion, and rapid turnaround. That creates a very different cost-benefit equation. Building large numbers of entirely new generation fighters takes time. Training personnel takes time. Constructing supporting infrastructure takes time. And maintaining highly sophisticated stealth fleets demands an enormous logistical investment. An upgraded Gripen C fleet could offer something much more immediate: a mature aircraft, proven road-based concepts, smaller logistical demands, and compatibility with modern Western weapons and information networks.
And this is where logistical survivability becomes a force multiplier. If aircraft are constantly moving between dispersed bases, the enemy has to dedicate more intelligence assets just to locate them. If maintenance teams are mobile, destroying one permanent workshop does not cripple the fleet. If aircraft can use multiple road strips, destroying one runway does not eliminate operations. If command and control systems are distributed, the entire network becomes harder to paralyze. The result is an air force that behaves less like a fixed structure and more like a moving network. That unpredictability may be more valuable than raw performance statistics, because wars are not won by specifications alone. They are won by systems that continue functioning after the first missile strike, the 10th strike, and the 100th strike. The Gripen C represents that philosophy almost perfectly. It may not have the stealth profile of an F-35. It may not have the size or raw power of some heavier fighters, but it offers something Ukraine could value even more: the ability to survive, relocate, regenerate combat power, and keep flying when conventional airbase infrastructure is under constant attack. In a war of attrition, logistics becomes weapon, mobility becomes armor, and simplicity becomes survivability. That is why an upgraded Gripen C could be far more than another fighter aircraft for Ukraine. It could become the foundation of a completely different way of fighting in the air. If you enjoy deep dives into modern fighters, air power, and the technology reshaping today's battlefield, hit the like button, subscribe to SkyJet Wings, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next breakdown.